Hello, everyone, and welcome to this podcast. I hope you are very well. My name is Nicolás Castañeda, and today I will talk about a great animation documentary, which is the Pixar story. It was directed by Leslie Iwerksist, and this is a documentary that covers the origins of the great animation factory that is the company Pixar, the creators of Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Cars, and many other animated film successes of recent years. And the documentary is divided into several chapters ranging from John Lasseter, the first short films, to the creation of Toy Story, and the first fully computer animated film. Now, the documentary includes testimonials from leading industry personalities, company executives, and actors who worked on his projects. It also shows unpublished and exclusive images of the creative process and delves into the history of the company from its beginnings to the present. Now, for me, it was very interesting the way it shows how John Lasseter and Ed Catmull started working together at Lucasfilm and how they founded Pixar in 1986. It also talks about the first short films they produced and how they allowed them to experiment with new animation techniques. And to tell the truth, those shorts were pretty good. If we take into account the technology and capabilities that animators had at the time, this shows that they were very talented and creative people. Now, during the documentary, we see how they delve into the creative process behind the movie Toy Story. This is the first fully computer animated film, and they also show unpublished footage of the creative process and talk about the technical challenges they had to overcome to create such an innovative film. And personally, I find it incredible how the first computer animated movie is still so relevant to this day. Not only because of the level of technicality, but also because it has a complete story and is a solid movie in several aspects. And without a doubt, Toy Story has marked the childhood of many people around the world. It also talks about the success of Toy Story and how this led Pixar to produce more successful movies like Bugs, Monsters Inc. That this one I love it so much, and Finding Nemo. It also delves into the creative process behind these films and shows unpublished images of the creative process. And something that stands out from the movie Monsters Inc. is the animation that has Sally, the co-protagonist of the film. He is a monster with thousands of hairs, and in those years it was very difficult to animate a character with those hairs, but they did it, and it was awesome. Now, in the last part of the documentary, we talk about more about the execution of Pixar by Disney and how they affected the company. It also talks about the movies they produced after the execution, such as The Incredibles, Cars, and Ratatouille, and how these movies had an evolution in the way of animating, technically, aspects like the story. And these movies have a lot of impact in the kids. They are very good movies. And in summary, the story of Pixar is an essential documentary for all those lovers of cinema and animation who want to know more about the creative process behind some of the most successful films of recent years. I learned a lot about the history of animation, specifically in Pixar story, and I certainly learned from the creative process of Pixar. And I really hope they continue to evolve and create memorable movies. And yeah, this is has been all for today. Thanks for listening to my podcast and goodbye.